Okay, so it's taken a while to get out the last report, but here it is. This is the final battle of the tournament, and I've been facing one of Norway's best players, so quite happy to just get up my points in the tournament to be able to face such a player. So that's exciting. He's playing Orcs and Goblins army, and what you can see, you have a lot of war machines. You have 2 Mangler Squigs, a big group of troll, I think it's 8 trolls. You have a large bunker of night goblins with nets. So that's I think was like 60 or 80. You have one group of wolves, one big unit of savages, and a small bunker of goblins, where we have a lot of mages. So we have a BSB, I think you have a combat lord, and a lot of mages. I think it was like 4 or 5 mages. So you had a lot of spells. So going into this, my plan was I wanted to have my one gun runner in reserve to be able to threaten his gun line. I will have one gun runner on the side to try to take down the Mangler Squig. Other than that, from other experience from the tournament now, I will take my Hell Pit together with my Stormwoman and Bell unit, so they are like paired side to side. And now my goal here is to be able to hold up parts of his army with my three big blocks, so they will move up, try to hold back and redirect the big savage unit, and maybe make sure I don't get stuck in his goblin unit, while my Hell Pit and Bell start just tearing away on one flank and start moving over to the other. So let's get going. Orcs and Goblin wins the first turn. He moves up. No, I actually win the first turn. I move up. I don't do too much. I just get my troops up. I can't get things out now. Now I can see I've made the small icon in the corner which says the turn is a little off, but still. I get out my gut runners, deploy the gut runners close to his Mangler, and I try to shoot at it. I don't do too much, and it looks like that. And on his turn, he moves up. He holds his trolls a little back, and the one Mangler Squig he had behind by his war machines to be able to protect against my gut runners. And his wolves, like they did, they're doing the fast cap thing, and they moved, so they are on the side of my slaves. I think you will see it in the next picture. Yes, there you can see it. And that was quite clever. They can actually do a lot of damage. So they moved up, they're standing by them. So what that actually did is that on my turn, this is my turn, turn 2, I can't move them. If you do, he'll just clear line into my into either my rear or my my Gisales. So what I decided to just stand there and hope I can hold them up for some turns, maybe kill them. I mean, they're not that hard hitting. All I need to do is not lose combat, because I'm quite far away. But still, it was a really clever plan, and I can't even turn them where they are now. So I will not be able to face him or do anything like that. Other way, I moved up my one unit of giant rat close to his goblins. So what I was thinking here was he needed 2 wheels to be able to get in, or even so it was quite a long charge. I should have put them closer up to them, but either so. In his last turn he managed to pick down a lot of my gut runners, which I put up close to his Mangler. They almost all died, and I managed my break test. So what I did this will be my turn 2. I moved them up and put it on the Mangler Squig, so I killed it. So now it doesn't have that threat anymore. And yeah, like that. So in the next picture here, you can see that he he did just charge past me and hit the slave unit and killed them, and now he's reformed and looking towards me. He backed up with his units and moved his Mangler Squig towards me. And another thing, the reason I didn't tell on last picture is because it wasn't placed right, but in my magic phase I managed to skitlip one engineer up close to his savages, and as you can see, I took with the brass orb I took out maybe almost half of his unit, so he can no longer be able to get into my bell and win. And also I position him on that side, so his fanatics actually jumped out from his general unit. He had 2 of them in there, so the one jumped and it didn't reach. So what he then decided to do is, instead of trying to reach me, he just directed the second fanatic against other fanatic. He just got out, so they hit each other, so they're both gone. I think that was quite clever to just have 2 in the unit and be able to use them in that matter. If I got something like this, it was mostly a useless unit, and to just bait him out so easily that I did, so he doesn't have the fanatics going around in his own line. So we can take the next picture now, and also you can see on the end of his turn here, I think this is his turn 3, he killed my slaves. So that was quite a lot more efficient than I think he was. I had the ranks, but he cannot disturb because he doesn't have 2 ranks. But I have the ranks, but I didn't kill anything, and he like takes some wounds of me, so he win combat. And their leadership are really crappy, so they just explode. He are now down to 2 left, and we'll try to get into my edge sails. Here's more picture, as you can see what the battlefield looks like. Even more. I managed to take down I think 1-2 trolls with my crack skull. So yeah, I think this is my turn now. I get into his the one unit he have with goblins, and other than that, no, this is his turn. He charged, he backed up with his units, as you can see, he backed up with the savages, with his trolls. My get runners are actually having a problem taking down his war machines, because his those with the flying goblins are so precise, so they actually managed to hit them and take them out. So now I have only 3 left, so I can't do enough for them. I think next time I actually need to have more like 10 in each group instead of 6 to be able to actually shoot down war machines. We even be able to move, because I want to lose a round, so I'm trying to move upwards through his line while I'm shooting and not charging. Maybe that's the wrong way to do it, but either so. We can take a look on the next picture. I was here placing things a little differently. I move my engineer up to the side. This is my turn. I am moving the 1 unit of giant rats up on his flank to past the trolls, and I'm just trying to get my help it closer. So now I'm just making sure that if he ever be able to charge here, will always just get in my front with 1 unit. Yeah, I managed to whittle it down some. That's mostly from Foot of Gork and some shooting. You don't manage to actually do too much with it, but you whittle it down some. So you can now see his turn. I think this is his turn 4. He then chooses to charge in to my my engineer, and it should charge into the trolls. He have lost 2 trolls so far from shooting, and the combat with the goblins are just so slow going. We are just taking a couple of wounds each per turn. He nets me, so I can't do too much, but I still have my bell close, so I have good leadership, and then we're just standing there and grinding. So like that. He also got into my Gisales with his wolf, which this fight he actually is losing. The shield to the Gisales can actually be used in close combat, so they are kicking his ass. So that was quite good. He did expect them to just be able to be used on ranged against a ranged attack, but it wasn't so. And in the end of his turn, he managed to take a couple of wounds of my troll, now of my hell pit, and I did one or two. I think I took down one troll or something. He killed, of course, the engineer. He got into me, and that's that. We're still just slapping each other there. I managed to stop the wolf riders for doing anything, and so on. And what actually did this is maybe I took this picture in the beginning of my turn, but I managed to take a charge into his goblin bunker with the one giant rat. And the reason for that was like they didn't manage to block, they can't do anything, they can't redirect anything. So my hoping was just like they 20 points, maybe I can manage to kill one mage of it, because you have a lot of mages in there. They're just goblins, it's quite easy to be killed, so that was what I was hoping, just snipe something. And now we can see the end. This is the end of his his turn, and he'll lose with his savages, I pursue. But I didn't manage to catch him, so we're kind of just standing there. I know he rallied later, and I don't charge back in. The reason for doing that is like we didn't have too much more time, and I didn't want to be able to lose my brazier, because that's a lot of points. So I didn't, or even the assassin. The assassin will be slaughtered. So what I of course forgot was he doesn't have friends anymore because he lost the combat. So if I just had taken that into account, maybe I would have charged in, but either so. My giant rats, they are losing. My giant rat, which I had on the left side, walked upon the one mangler squig, so he lost both of them, but while I'm just walking on him. And what is surprising, my hell pit actually have one wound left, and with that he survived a round of combat from the trolls, and he actually wins, and he flee. My hell pit just ran them over. So yay for the hell pit. Either so, he managed a lot of saves with just one wound left, but managed to take them back and take down the whole troll unit. So yay for hell pit. On my last turn, I just ran them through a pass to try to get into his mage block, but I did, but I didn't kill enough, and he was dead fast, so it wasn't enough. And as I said, I didn't want to charge into his savage block. Maybe I should have done that, but either way, it was a solid victory, and I'm quite happy with the result. From now on, I'm going to be playing a lot more high elves, since the new book is just that plain awesome. So I will put out some reports from my ETC list and the practice for upcoming tournaments. So, cheers.